As a busy mom, I know that meal prep can seem like a huge juggling act. Between chopping and rinsing, finding space to put everything, it's a lot. But what if you had one board that could handle it all? To rinsing, to chopping, to even cooking and storing your meals. Well, let me show you how Tidyboard is about to change your kitchen game with this dense bean salad meal prep and a delicious baked salmon dish you won't want to miss. Stick around. It's lunch with Lisa. Hi, I'm Lisa with Lunch with Lisa. So you may be familiar with some of my previous videos where I've featured the Tidyboard. Well, they've done an upgrade and their board is beautiful and it works amazingly. Not only is their new board this little dark grain wood that looks beautiful in your kitchen, it comes with this metal arm that can flip over so that you can just use it as a cutting board without the storage system when you have those moments where you don't need it. So there's nothing here in the way. It tucks away and you can use it right as a cutting board. Another cool feature about this is its movable feet. So if you have a kitchen sink that has a lip to it, you just move the feet back and that makes room for the lips so you can still have a stable board and cut right at your sink. So for this first recipe, I promised you a dense bean salad, so let's hit it. So you're gonna need some beans. Any kind of beans will do. It can be a mixture of beans if you want to. For this recipe, I'm using chickpeas and a Tribean Blend. I just found this in the store the other day. It has pinto beans, some dark kidney beans, and some black beans. You're gonna use your Tidyboard next to your sink with the strainer attachment, and you're gonna dump all your beans into your strainer and rinse them out. Super easy right in the Tidyboard. You can leave your Tidyboard right there at your sink and do all your chopping. It's really nice because you got the sink there to wash off your hands. Or you can move it to another station. So for this recipe, I have a lot more counter space in the center, in my center island here. So I have a tiny bit of counter space right there next to the sink. So I just moved it over to where I had more space to do my work. So I dumped my beans into the other really large bin that it comes with, and I put a smaller bin off to the side to collect all my scraps, so no walking back and forth to the trash can. Super easy. Gonna need half a cup of chopped peppers. Go ahead and scoop that onto your beans. Then about a half a cup of chopped cucumber, about a quarter of a red onion, and about a quarter a cup of parsley chopped. Then I forgot to buy tomato at the store, so I went ahead and just found a can of tomatoes that I had, and I can use another of these little strainer baskets right over my little trash bin and pour out some of that tomato, about a half a cup. And then for the dressing, you're gonna need one of these little tiny Tidyboard bins, about 3 tablespoons of olive oil. Just pour it straight in. I like to use my scale to make all my measurements super precise, but go ahead and measure out 3 tablespoons of olive oil for yourself using a volume measurement. And 2 tablespoons of vinegar. Any kind of vinegar will do. Red wine vinegar, or I used some apple cider vinegar. And 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, about half a lemon. About 1 teaspoon of Dijon mustard, half a teaspoon of honey, and 1 clove of garlic minced. And I love this mincer. It's super easy. You just peel your garlic and smash it right on the board and just scoop it right in. Comes off really easily with a knife. So you can find this in my Amazon store. Link is down below. Then you're gonna salt and pepper this to taste. Go easy on the salt and pepper at first. You can always add more later. So I wanted to see how airtight these got, and I was able to shake up my dressing inside one of these little bins and only got a tiny little drop squirted out onto my arm. Otherwise, it stayed pretty nice and safe in there. You can do that. You can shake it up right in there. You can use a little mason jar and then just pour it onto your salad. I added some chopped kalamata olives. You can also add some diced avocado for this, but I would do that right when you're about to eat it. Avocado does not keep well. And then I bought a rotisserie chicken at the store and decided I'm gonna add this to the salad as well to add in lots of proteins. I used the chicken breast from the rotisserie chicken and just peeled off the skin and chopped it up right on my cutting board and scooped that in as well. And then at the end, if you really want something extra, you can add some feta cheese in there. If you're a vegetarian or a vegan, of course you can substitute the cheese for some vegan cheese. Or if you're a vegetarian, go ahead and add the cheese and the honey and all that stuff. But you vegans, of course, you know, you need to leave that stuff out. You could use some maple syrup instead of the honey. You can use some vegan cheese and just leave out the chicken. Without the chicken and with the avocado, it's about 240 calories per serving, about 1 cup, 10 grams of protein, 33 grams of carbs, 10 grams of fiber, those beans, and 8 grams of fat. However, if you leave out the avocado and you add in the chicken, that's gonna be more protein, less fat. Yum. Let's take a taste. The chicken dries it out a little bit, so you might need to add a little bit more dressing in there. Maybe just like a more lemon, squirt some more lemon. The other half of the lemon, just go ahead and squirt it all on there. Tidyboard comes with a lid for that giant tray. Just put the lid on, stick it in your fridge, and you can scoop out what you need during the week. It'll keep all week long in your fridge. So for our second meal, I wanted to utilize these metal trays that come with the Tidyboard. They come with a lid so you can store them. Oh. And they're metal so that you can cook in them. The silicone containers are good for storing in the fridge. You can put it in the freezer, you can microwave them, and you can put them in your dishwasher. They're not good for baking. That's why I love the metal tins. So cool. So for this recipe, preheat your oven to 425 degrees Fahrenheit. So I sliced up 2 zucchini, put them into my tins, drizzled some olive oil and salt and pepper on top of them and put them aside. Then I got out about 1 pound to 1.5 pounds of salmon. I had to slice mine up and I just did it right there on the Tidyboard. It's fine. No salmon smell. I already washed my Tidyboard. It doesn't smell like salmon. It's good. You want the skin on salmon. So delicious. You're gonna get 2 of the little containers and you can mix the rest inside of there. You're gonna need 2 tablespoons of light brown sugar, 1/2 teaspoon of paprika, 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, and salt and pepper. Then for the next bin, you're gonna chop up some parsley, about 1/2 cup of parsley. Add to the parsley 1/4 cup of panko breadcrumbs. Then you're gonna melt 2 tablespoons of butter, pour that on top with some salt and pepper. Then dry off your salmon, make sure it's nice and dry. And on each salmon, give a little squirt of Dijon mustard for a total of about 1 tablespoon of Dijon mustard over all of them. Just go ahead and squirt some on each and rub it on all over. Then you're gonna sprinkle your brown sugar mixture on top. Make sure you use all of it and just cover them liberally. And then after that, I like to scoop it and put it on top of my zucchini so I don't have to move it after I put the crumb topping on. Or you can do this all on there. You can put the topping on your salmon after it's on your zucchini. Then you're gonna evenly disperse your panko mixture with the parsley over each of your salmon fillets. Then you're gonna pop this into a 425 degree oven and bake it for 15 to 18 minutes until your panko breadcrumbs are nice and golden brown and your fish is cooked to your liking. The zucchini will take a little bit of time to cook, so they're a little bit crunchy, so if you want them a little less crunchy, cut them a little bit thinner. And they turn out so beautiful. They smell so good. This recipe, divine. And I love that I have a top here so I can bake this ahead of time, put this in the fridge, and tomorrow I can have a dinner already made and I'll just pull it out. You could even pre-make this without baking it, stick it in your fridge, and then just pull it out tomorrow and bake it for 15 to 18 minutes. Boom, total meal prep city here. So this feeds 2, each one. The whole recipe feeds 4. So each pan feeds 2. So if it's just 2 of you, like me and my son, boom, you have dinner right here for both of you. And you can add rice to it or something else if you wish. So good. Now, let's try it, make sure it's good. I've just been smelling it today. I'm just gonna eat it right out of the bin. All right. Oh, look at that salmon, Wow, that topping, that brown sugar and all those spices, wow. It's like sweet and spicy and I feel the heat on the back of my throat. Oh, this is so good. And my zucchini got a little brown, looks good. Cooked perfectly. It's been sitting out for a little while. It's not super hot right now. But this is so good. I just noticed the zucchini was kind of crunchy when I pulled it right out of the oven, but if you let it sit for a minute, it starts getting wilted. That's a winner. Winner, winner, salmon dinner. Do not skip this one. Make this salmon dinner tonight if you can. It's delicious. Tidyboard, man, it makes meal prep super easy and it totally is easy to clean up too. What's really cool about this board with this attachment is you don't have to worry about setting it up against something. You can put it in the middle of wherever you dry your dishes and just set it like this and then just wipe it down. Don't let water sit on it for too long just because it's wooden. And then it's easy to take care of. You just gotta oil it. Especially when you first get it, give it a good wash, let it dry, give it a nice good oil, let it sit. Oh, so nice. I'm gonna leave the link down below to get your own Tidyboard system. I have the Pro Pack, which is awesome. It comes with everything that you need. These metal tins, comes with these little ones, comes with 2 small strainers and 2 small containers. And then it has the big large container and the big large strainer. And it has 4 of these and 2 of these with the lids. Boom. Meal prep in a cinch. You don't make a huge mess. Cleanup is a breeze. I don't see why you wouldn't want to get a Tidyboard. I love mine. I mean, I saw them in an ad on Facebook a couple years ago and I was like, yes, please. That thing is awesome. So that's why I like to share cool stuff with you guys. How cool is this? So link is down below if you want to get your own Tidyboard system. It would make a great Christmas gift or a great birthday gift for the meal prepper in your house. I know it's made my life super easy. I'm sure you'll be seeing it a lot more in all my videos. Do you have a Tidyboard? And if you do, tell us what you love about it. And let me know if you want to see more meal prepping recipes using my Tidyboard system or just meal prep in general. I know I've been doing a lot of meal prep lately. This makes my whole week a breeze. It helps me stay on track because I plan ahead, at least have breakfast taken care of and lunch taken care of, and dinners I can wing it. Like, that's way easier to do than having to think about what to cook for every meal every day. So if you want me to share any more tips and tricks about meal prepping, which I will love to do, my next videos will probably be more like freezer meals, so that you can have stuff in your freezer ready to go, or ready to go for like somebody else that maybe had a baby or a death in the family and you need to make a meal for them. I definitely needed help with food when I had my baby because I was just taking care of him all by myself. So having someone cook for me was like the most amazing thing. And then as he grew older, I went and did these things called dream dinners, which I looked them up. They're still around. They just don't have any stores here anymore, but they actually pack up and ship meals to you, kind of like Factor and what are all these other, HelloFresh and all these other meal prepping systems. But you'd probably be able to save money doing it on your own if you had a shopping list, if you had meals ready to go, freezer meals. You could just put it all into a bag, stick it in your freezer, pull it out when you need to cook it, and then it's like cooking fresh. But you didn't have to do all the prepping that day. You did it all ahead of time, stored it, and then it's ready to go. So if you'd like to see stuff like that, let me know, or just give me any recipes or any ideas of stuff that you would like to see. And if you loved these recipes, I'm sure you're gonna love this one too. And I'll see you in my next video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It's lunch with